The biggest mistake that I've made with managing my prediabetes during the holiday seasons, especially for Thanksgiving, was understanding this simple rule. And this simple rule, when I applied it, has allowed my blood sugars to be a whole lot more stable and also allowed me to reverse my prediabetes. And I've kept it reversed for about 2 years now. And this tip, it's not talked about as much by a ton of doctors that are out there because they don't understand what type 2 diabetes is. Now, let me tell you what it's about. Type 2 diabetes is an insulin resistance issue. It's not about how many sugars one is eating, it's not about how many fats is one eating or a specific diet or physical activity levels. It's more about insulin resistance. Now, how does one able to manage their insulin resistance during the holiday seasons and having the feast? I will say, following this simple guideline will allow one to manage their diabetes a lot more effectively, controlling their blood sugars levels even more effectively. So the first tip, it's whenever one is wanting to have carbs, whether it's a scoop of mashed potatoes or having a scoop of stuffing, try and understand how many carbs and grams of carbs that is. And by guesstimating that amount, pair it with protein and fiber. So if I'm having 1 cup of mashed potatoes or scoop of mashed potatoes, I'm going to have a slice of turkey, and I'm also going to have a cup of green beans, or having a cup of any fibery rich foods that can help support that. Additionally, before I start eating the foods for a Thanksgiving meal, it's going to be going on a 15 to 20 minute walk or helping somebody with preparing the Thanksgiving dinner and increasing my physical activity that way. That allows my muscles to become more insulin sensitive, decreasing my insulin resistance and allowing those muscles to be ready to gobble up those blood sugars that are going to be coming in. Additionally, by doing a 15 to 20 minute walk after the meal, that also allows one to still utilize their muscles to eat and utilize those blood sugars from the meal that one would have to stabilize their blood sugars appropriately. So let's review. Again, type 2 diabetes is an insulin resistance issue. How do we solve the insulin resistance? We pair carbohydrates with protein-rich foods with fiber-rich foods to help blunt the response that spike will go, because it will increase the insulin sensitivity, thus decreasing the insulin resistance. And by going on a walk or doing a form of physical activity will increase insulin sensitivity by allowing those muscles to use up those sugars and improve one's ability to enjoy that Thanksgiving meal, to enjoy the desserts, to enjoy the carbs that are going to be there. It's about being smart with the process, not about avoiding the process entirely. Because after all, if one sees that their entire family member is eating the foods that they love, that increases food envy, and that food envy will eventually lead to overeating it in the future or later that day. And then the cycle of shame and guilt, binge eating, that's not a great combination to have. I've been through that process and I don't wish that upon anyone. Instead, use these other tips that I've mentioned beforehand of increasing physical activity, increasing the amount of fiber and protein that one eats when eating with carbohydrates. That will be the key to one's ability to enjoy the Thanksgiving meal and avoid super high blood sugar levels that may end up going to the hospital. And I want y'all to be safe for these holidays. Enjoy it with your family. Be smart about it. If you need any specific tips or recommendations, feel free to let me know and comment down below what your favorite meal is or side is for Thanksgiving, because I love food. I'm a huge foodie. Anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in for this. And please make sure to prioritize your health, be smart with this game plan, and you can enjoy your Thanksgiving again. Share this with anyone that you think it'd be helpful for too.